Today marks March 20th, Friday, and I am now on my way to pick up a pal to go work out. I have now recruited one more person to work out with me, and it seems the ever-growing community of, I guess in total, I've only worked out with, 4 people? Actually, today included would be 4. I kind of cut off that lady's entire way to get into her car, so instead of just not saying anything, I just had to wave a little. Whoa! Almost hit a head-on collision right there, but I lied. I didn't have a head-on collision. But today is now post after watching Project Hail Mary, which again, I got to go watch because my friend that I'm about to go work out with right now told me, hey, I read this book. Would you like to go watch the movie with me now? And I said, yes, that would be splendid. So it was me, him, and 4 other fellas that I also call my friends, my close friends even. And we decided to go watch Project Hail Mary at the AMC theaters because I am an A-lister. I am an AMC A-lister. I am an AMC Chuds member. And I'm proud of it. But again, to talk about Project Hail Mary, I actually had a really fun time watching it. And in a way, too, I feel like I've hit like a... I honestly don't really know what the actual word Renaissance means, but I kind of just use it at times whenever it seems fitting. But I'm kind of having like a Renaissance moment where I'm kind of like not relearning, but what is the term I want to use right here? It's like I am enjoying the theater a lot more and I'm appreciating it a lot more from what I used to think of it. Now, whenever I go to the movie theaters, it's like an experience. It's like, oh, it's like an outing. I'm genuinely excited. Before, where it was just kind of like, I'm going to the theater to watch a movie and that's about it. But now, I think it's also, maybe it's because of COVID. Actually, I think I just figured out the thing. I spent a lot of time online watching movies and TV shows on a computer screen, usually on a Discord call with somebody else. And while I don't have anything against that, and there's a special moment in that as well, I've noticed there's some pieces of media where when you watch it in the theater, surrounded, just in pitch black, with the speakers just booming with a giant screen in front of you, and having like a live audience with you at times, right? It really adds to the experience and it makes it feel that much more special, where now instead of just watching a movie, I kind of almost equate it to like, oh, now it's like an amusement park ride. Like I'm at the theme park. Like I'm strapping in for an experience, which I feel like that might even be more prevalent if I ever watch a 4D movie. Because I remember I had a buddy tell me he watched Avatar, the new one, The Way of Fire or something. Fire Force? No, that's an anime. Whatever the third Avatar is, he watched it in 4D and he said it was insane just like how much effects are going on and how much like, I don't know how else to put it, just chaos was on the screen and what's actually being happening to you as well. That's a nice looking 4Focus RS. It's on N keys. N keys. But again, Project Hail Mary, I liked it. Half the group that we went with also didn't like it. It was actually a very polarizing movie. Half the group thought it was legitimately one of the worst things that they ever watched. And I remember one of my friends had a hard time staying awake the entire time. And the other friend that was also hating the movie kept having to shake him awake. But then the other half thoroughly enjoyed the movie to the point where I was like, I liked talking about the movie afterwards. But I have noticed too, if I hate a movie, I also like talking about it afterwards, because then I just talk about what I really disliked about it. But I think there's like a fine line right there as well, where there are movies that are really good that makes you want to talk about it, but there's also bad movies that makes you want to talk about it. But I feel like the real, I guess, basis of having a terrible piece of media is if it's too boring to even talk about, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you can have this thing of, you can have a bad movie and it's still fun to talk about, because what was it? There's a movie that I watched recently called Psycho Killer, and I think it also made the news because I think it's sitting at a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes or some sort of reviewing website, which I honestly think it's kind of a flex. A 0% is honestly harder than getting a 10, because a 0, that's actually exceptional in a way. But I watched that movie, and funny enough, I actually had a real good time watching it because I watched it in theaters and I watched it with friends, and it was just such a ridiculously stupid movie that it ended up just making me smile and laugh, actually laugh at some parts. And it also adds to the humor where the main villain of the movie, or I guess the psycho killer of the movie, Psycho Killer, I don't know why, they gave him like a borderline speech impediment where like he has like a lisp and he sounds like Muscle Man from, what's that show called? Not Adventure Time. Mordecai and Rigby. Is that actually what the show's called? I know that's what the characters are called. But there's like a part where it's like a climax of the movie and it shows like, you know, the psycho killer about to do his worst thing. And he says, I'm not even joking as in person. He's like, welcome to the kingdom of hell. And like, that's actually what he sounds like. And when that line hit, me and my friends just all busted out laughing so hard. And I think some of the other people in the theater were laughing too, just because it just sounded so ridiculous and stupid. But Project Hail Mary, is it the most perfect like movie in the world? No. But was that an extremely fun ride for me? Yes. And I remember some people were saying that the movie was really cringy, like, even just the people in the theater, right? They're like, oh, the humor is almost like Marvel-esque. And I think that's like a thing for me too. I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a very long time. Like, if that movie came out like 2018, 2019, whenever like Marvel were just pumping out movies one after another. That's a very fat-looking dog, but it is very cute though. I probably would have thought, okay, this movie is kind of cringy. But since I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a very long time, some of the humor could be considered cringe. But did I laugh? Did I smile? Yes. Am I going to let cringy humor be the stopping point of me enjoying a movie? No. And honestly, I think I actually kind of like cringy humor. Like, I guess that really depends on the humor too, right? Like if it's... Again, the humor is between a human and an alien race trying to communicate with each other. And obviously there's going to be some, you know, simple humor because of that. But honestly, I had a great old time watching it. There were also some moments in the movie where I was actually very emotionally touched. I also want to buy merchandise of the movie now because I liked it that much. And I want to make it my personality trait now. I want a collectible plushie of one of the characters. I want to learn more about the world and the world building, even though probably there's not going to be much more because it's not really like a TV series or an ongoing series. Unless it is, because I know it's a book. And I don't know anything about the book. I only know anything about the movie now. But man, the music in the movie was just phenomenal as well. Or I guess the overall sound design. Because I've always been fascinated by sci-fi and especially like space stuff, right? Just because again, I think I find it fascinating because I don't know anything about it. I've never been to space. I've never been in a spaceship. And that's why I also really like that subgenre of horror, that sci-fi horror, specifically on a spaceship, because I think it's just cool. It looks really cool, man. Spaceships just look really cool inside with all the little dials and knobs and, you know, dunk, dunk, dunk. What is that up there? What is that up there? I don't know what that was, but there was something up there. Today's meal that I had 1 egg fried. Or I guess over easy if I want to be a little bit more specific. 1 egg over easy. I have half a can of tuna. I had about 150 grams of rice with quinoa mixed in with it during the cooking process to add a little bit extra nutrition and fiber. And then I also had pork kimchi stew. I ate that all in one bowl. Went yummy yummy in my tummy. I also had half an apple. I also had a kiwi. Not very sweet though. Today's kiwi was a little bit lackluster. Almost tasted like radish to some extent. And a handful of blueberries. I had my men's multivitamin. I had my vitamin B12. And I think, I also had 2 little, you know when they give you those little saltine cracker packets when you get like clam chowder or some sort of soup? I had 2 little packets of those, so I guess in total I had 4 crackers. And then I also gave myself 2 really big chips of Ruffles, all dressed from Canada. 2 chips. So about 6 crackers worth of pre-workout energy coursing through my veins right now. And we're still about 20 minutes away from the gym because I have to make a slight detour picking up my friend. But I think I'm going to do some upper body today. I don't necessarily know what exercises I'm going to do, but I know that there's going to be an exercise done though. I'm also not going to record my sets today because I think I've just noticed I enjoy my workout more when I'm not recording, specifically if I'm working out with a friend, because I feel like it kind of cuts into the flow of, you know, hanging out with a friend, right? So today I'm going to make the executive decision to not record unless my friend is like, hey, you should record because you said you're going to record. Then I will record if they're cool with it. But I'll let God be the decision. Okay, goodbye. I'll see you. Oops. Oh, fuck, that's so embarrassing. I accidentally revved in front of somebody. Oh, fuck. My car was in park. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck, that's so embarrassing. Oh, man. Oh, man. They're fucking laughing. Oh! This is giving me the same amount of energy that I got when I said goodbye to the girl that works at the front desk at the gym, and I did this, and I was like, bye-bye! And then I walked out, and immediately I was like, what's wrong with me? What's fucking wrong with me? Oh my god, dude, that was the worst timing. I thought the car was in drive, but it was in park, and then these girls were walking by with their dogs, and I fucking revved my car. Oh, I'm gonna fucking puke, dude. I'm gonna fucking puke. I had a good workout, though. I had actually a phenomenal workout. Funny enough, I say I had a phenomenal workout, but I didn't track anything. I didn't log anything. I at least did the thing where I knew what weight I did last time, so I just did that weight and just tried to eke out as many as possible. But today was definitely one of the workouts where, was I eco lifting? Maybe. Was I also doing a lot more sets than I usually do? Yes. Was it fun? Tremendous. It was subarashi fun, if I could even say so. That was just a fun workout. So what did I do? We started off with 2 sets of chest supported row. Then we did 3 sets of assisted pull-ups. I did 2 sets of a seated chest press, usually the one that I usually have on the video, like with the neutral grip. Right into, what did we do again after that? 3 sets of forearm curls, 2 sets of the overhead tricep machine, and then it doesn't even end there. And then I actually did 1 more set of lat pull downs, but you know, like the unilateral one where you kind of go like this, like you're tuning a train horn. And then, to be honest, after that, we just fucked around with the cables, just doing curls and push downs. And then I checked out my pump, and then I said, this feels tremendous. This feels awesome. And that was the workout. A lot of yapping to be done as well. How many steps do I need, though? I only need 700 more steps to hit 10K. Also, it is quite the nice day out today, aka it's just not raining. And now, because of that, there is a lot of children out and about, hanging out with their friends, so good for them. A lot of children riding bikes. I am currently in a residential neighborhood, so that does make sense. Now I see my first kid on a scooter. Please don't come to the road. Please don't come to the road. Okay, thank fucking God. They kept eyeballing me like they were about to be like, oh, this dog. A lot of dogs out there today as well, but if you like sci-fi movies, go watch Project Hail Mary. I had a lot of fun in theaters watching that movie. That is a really cute dog. It's so fluffy. I'm still in this predicament where I really want to own a pet one day and love them and care for them and watch them grow and grow old with them. But then there's also a part of me where, am I really ready for a responsibility like that? Because I don't want to have a pet to fill a void that is going to affect them, if that makes sense. Like, what if one day I get a pet just to fill a void, but then I just don't love them anymore? Okay, that sounds a little bit too harsh, actually, the way I put it that way. But, like, again, I am kind of fearful of the idea, like, what if something happens to me, I can't take care of my pet anymore, and to them, you are their world. While having a pet, you know, you can say they're a part of your world, but to the pet, you are literally their entire world. You're their entire existence, in a way. And if you take that away from them, I feel like that's very mean-spirited and evil, to be honest. And my past experience with having pets is when I was younger, I was gifted 2 birds, which, if I'm being honest, looking back, that's actually a really terrible thing to gift if the person is not prepared for it and they don't know anything about how to take care of it. You should not gift pets to children specifically, too, because I didn't know how to take care of 2 zebra finches. But did I try my best? Yes. Did they also live to their full life expectancy? Yes, but one of them went bald, though. And to this day, I still don't know why one of them went bald. I mean, I like to think maybe they were stressed and that's why they became bald, but why? What did I do wrong? I also didn't want 2 birds, and I got 2 birds. And then after that, I had a relative throw away their dog literally to my family, so I was looking after this little Yorkie, 10-year-old Yorkie, sweetest dog ever, named Gucci, which, you know, again, is a bit of a funny name, but I love that dog. And the reason I couldn't keep him is that he wasn't able to stay home alone. He had really bad separation anxiety, so we felt like it was kind of evil in a way to keep him home alone, especially as a 10-year-old dog. So we got him rehomed so that he had another dog friend and with a family that was home a lot more. And he lived the great rest of his life. But I still do miss that little dog, though. The cutest little tiniest Yorkie. And he was very smart, too. He knew all, like, you know, the play tricks, like, oh, play dead, do a spin, do a roll, bark on command. And I remember he loved broccoli. Gucci the dog was a fiend for broccoli, my God. But again, didn't record any of my workout today, just vibed out, hit my lift, and I had a lot of fun. I even talked more about Project Hail Mary with that friend as well, and it was phenomenal. Even got to throw in a couple of Rocky Balboa lines like, it's not how hard you get hit, it's about how hard you are when you get hit. Wait. That's close enough, in my personal opinion. Now I finished up my 2 scoops of protein shake drink. I would like to eat a little bit more because I am actually quite tired right now. Quite exhausted, if I want to be honest. I do have the option to go to the Olive Garden with some friends later, but I might pass on that just because as much as I love Olive Garden, I ate an astronomical amount of fries at Red Robin last night. And I'm still not feeling I'm not feeling anything. Maybe a little bit of mental guilt, actually, because I feel like I went over my caloric intake a lot. A couple more kids biking right now. It smells like fart here, and I don't understand why. We are not near the cow manure farms, but had a good workout, watched a good movie, feel pretty good. Life's good. Life's good. Life's good. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, fuck.